Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Today is 20th July 2026. Let's start analyzing MNQ. I was watching MNQ this pre-market, so I've already marked some of the levels. We have weekly low at 28,408.25 and we have weekly high at 30,062.50. Let's move to the daily time frame. What we have is we have a daily fair value gap right above previous day's high. We have a daily fair value gap right here. So I'm going to mark this as a bearish fair value gap. This is going to be an important fair value gap. It will be visible on lower time frame. So we have a daily fair value gap right here. And previous day's high is 29,220. Let's move to 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we can see there is a 4-hour fair value gap right here. Let me quickly go back to this, change the visibility, and let's go to 4-hour time frame. So as you can see, the daily 4-hour daily fair value gap aligns with this order block on 4-hour time frame. So this area could become a good area for reversal. Also, as we can see, there's a previous day high lining up here. So what we want to see is a 15-minute candle closing above this previous day's high, tapping into higher time frame fair value gap, which is daily fair value gap, along with 4-hour bearish order block. So this becomes a good resistive zone. Okay, and watch this. We are not getting V-shaped recovery out of this. So I'm not expecting price to take out this high right now before taking out the low again. That's just expectation, but that is what the context is forming right now. Now let's move to 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, we can see nothing much I can see on a 1-hour time frame. This is small movement lower. Let's see if we can see anything on 15-minute time frame. We have Asia session low, which is open, also London session low, which is open. Both are very close, so I'm just marking one of this level. Also, you can see there are 3 equal lows around here and this. So all these lows are pretty close. So this will become a good draw on liquidity. This will become a good draw on liquidity for sell side. And what is a sell side liquidity? Sell side liquidity is the area or the level at which buyers get stopped out. Okay. So what I'm expecting is price to close up here and then start moving down towards this low. And in the middle, if we get a fair value gap somewhere here, then it should be somewhat like this. Okay, that's our expectation. Now watch this 15-minute fair value gap. I was looking to enter at this pre-market, but unfortunately, I did not get any good signal. Like this is the only fair value gap that we have. We did not get any liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection. I did watch through this. This was an SMT right here. I wanted to take a long up here, but SMTs are generally the trades which I am not happy to take. So, but we'll still take trade and as based on SMT. SMTs are also good. Okay. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll just quickly log into my TraderVit. Okay, so this was the pre-market trade. SMT, IFEG, I wanted to enter here. Watch CVD as well. Watch the CVD here. Look at this. Consistent green candle. This was a good setup, but I did not take trade in pre-market. So today we are just going to wait. Quickly delete this. So today, with this Asia session high here as well, this is going to be a buy side liquidity. Well, my plan is simple. We want to see a good 15-minute candle close above this previous day's high. Tapping into this daily fair value gap. If we see a good reaction out of it, then we are going to take the market short. Okay. Okay, we're gonna stick to the rules. Rules are pretty simple. We wait for the price to tap into a level of interest. We wait for the signal on that level of interest and supporting CVD. That should be good. So until unless we have those three things, we are going to wait. So currently we are on 15-minute time frame. I don't want to get into 1-minute time frame as of yet, until and unless 15-minute time frame reaches the level of interest or taps into this level of interest. Okay. And I believe this week we do not have any news. We still have 2 minutes before we can enter into any trade. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, 7 seconds and we will be open to trade. Okay. Now my expectations are something like tapping into this for value gap or closing into this for 15-minute closing into this for value gap. Now watch this. I've seen this bullish fair value gap got inversed with strength, which means bears are there. So any like second signal that comes out of here will become a good signal for reversal for all these lows. Now look at this. Price is just consolidated here, consolidated here. The way it's moving, it's not moving this way. Like here, the momentum was fast, which means this was a genuine move. But if you can see, watch this. So slow, so slow. So this could become a good reversal trade today. Okay, now I'm gonna be open for trade. 15-minute candle has closed above that. We already got one of the signal in the first 15 minutes which failed, so I am looking for another signal. CVD must be supporting. I don't see CVD supporting as of right now, so no trade for me. Let's see, let's wait. So before we enter into any trade, what we need is three things. We need three things. First, level of interest. It could be a 15-minute fair value gap, it could be 15-minute order block, it could be 4-hour fair value gap, daily fair value gap, and stuff like that. Once we have those level of interest, what we need is signal. What are the signals? It could be breaker block. It could be liquidity sweep, V-shape rejection, and fair value gap, or IFEG or FEG, and so on. I'm tempted to take this. Trade here, 27 points, as this is the second signal. Let's see. I'm going to look for a short here. Looking for a short here. I was a bit late. I wanted to take a shot at the open of this candle, but this IFPG here, this bullish fair value gap got inversed, which means this is bear inverse fair value gap. So now we have got 3 consecutive red candles on CVD as well. So this is 48 points of stop. What we are looking for is this low. This is the first swing low, I would say. Majority of the time the first signal fails and second signal works out. So this is the second signal. It is also after the first 15-minute candle closing, so this should be working. The only thing is that I am a slight late. I wanted to take an entry at 159, but that's okay. No, I don't like this. This thing is like, when it slows down, it becomes a little difficult for us to navigate the market. So this low should be the target. Actually, this low should be the target. Well, I will put the stops at break even after this line is tapped, which is this is a 1 minute fair value gap. Okay. There's one fair value gap or BPI, which is right here. I don't want to look at this liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection. Now there's only one fair value gap, which is right up here. CVD is supporting, signal is good. We got a good closing above Asia session high, which means another Asia session low is 28,890, which is way lower. So the actual target for this trade would be 28,890, somewhere here. Okay, now I'm gonna put my stops to break even now. We are already up 40 points. Yeah, we can also trim. At this location we can also trim, but this is it. I've kept my buy stop right here. Kept my stops right here. Now let's see if price can continue give us our target. $50 points, 60 points, 60 points, 65 points, 67 points. So at peak we got 67 points. maybe 70 points, 72, 75, 73 points. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. You guys want to book partials here? I want to book partials here. I want to buy partials. Okay. So I have got partials here. There you go. There you go. Hundred points. Pass. 100-point trade. It's still open. It's still open. I'm still holding on to another remaining quantities. So I'll show you guys when I take. Oh, what happened? Why does it not show my order here? I still have some quantities open. Okay, I'm full out here. I'm full out here. Total quantity exit at about 96 points, so which is close to 100 points. Full exit at 100 points. Did you guys get this trade? This was an easy trade. There's still a lot of room going below. There's still a lots and lots of room down there. There's something wrong with my accounts. Let me just quickly verify that and be back. This was a good trade. We still might get another opportunity. Let me just see if I can quickly resolve my accounts. This was a great entry. This was a great entry. We missed the entry by 15 points, but it's still running. It's still running. And I would have holded this trade. There's something wrong with my accounts right now. Let me quickly check what's happening. Let me quickly check what is wrong with that, or this would have been a great trade. Okay. Something is wrong. What is wrong? Let me see. $34, it says, and 77, and 36 does not say anything. Why? Let me quickly set it market control. Let me delete this group first of all. Something is off. For some reason, one of them. Okay. There you go, boys. 120 points. 120 points. 164 points should be coming down soon. Pretty soon. Pretty fast. There you go. 140 points. 140 points. I wanted to hold this trade. Unfortunately, there was some problem with my accounts and I had to just close the trade. But this was a great trade, great reversal trade. I'll explain this trade in my Discord as well. But what this trade? 145 points, 145 points and running. Still something off with my accounts. I really wish I would have seen that correctly. 26,602. I do not know why it's showing me something like this. There's something wrong. This is what happens. There you go, boys. 164 points. We got the full target here. This was a very easy trade. Very, very, very easy trade. It did not tap into the daily fair value gap, but what happened was, watch this. There was an Asia session lying right up here, buy side liquidity. Watch the candle close. Watch the candle close here. What did I say? There was a 15-minute inversion right there, but it failed. Majority of the time, the first try into the trend fails. So sellers were strong here. We noticed that part. Now we wait for the second entry, right? So on a 15-minute, we did not take short on the first short setup. We waited for the second one. Same thing happened here. Watch this. Now on a 15-minute time frame, on a 1-minute time frame, watch this. This is the first signal, liquidity sweep of this high, V-shape rejection with displacement. Now this is a great short setup. Now anybody entering the short here would be fighting the trend. So those would get stopped out, right? And now the second entry, if bears are adamant, then they would take the second one as well. So on this inversion, I wanted to take short, but unfortunately, when I hit market sell, this was the entry point that I got. But this trade run pretty good. Only 2 green candles in the whole run. Unfortunately, I was not able to capitalize this part because there are still some issues with my account. But this was a great trade. I took full exit at 100 points, and I also hit one of the daily targets for my day. So great trade, great trade. Perfect start for the week. Perfect start for the week. Yes, Kushi. Second, I see that. But second signal, as I was explaining, second signal works pretty good. As soon as this IFPG got here, what we saw was liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection again. Now look at this, 3 green candles, 3 red candles. We got the same thing on CVD as well, 3 green candles, 3 red candles. Now that's a great signal for shorts. Now the target for this is 890. I'm not looking for more. It's 890, so it should go all the way till low. I would have passed another account if I would have just hold it and just if this accounts would have been not good. That's okay. As long as we see the trade, as long as we execute the trade, 100 points are great points. Great week, great opening for the week. Okay, let me quickly check what is happening with my account. It's so annoying. $1,800. Why would it show 1,800? I don't know why they show 1,800. I did not even take the trade for 1,800. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay. Let quickly check the other one. Okay. So that is correct. Something is wrong. Okay, I'll have to talk to agent first. Don't worry. 164 points of target. We have achieved that. That's a good trade. First 15-minute trade. This week we do not have any news. This is a great one. Full exit at 100 points. I'm not entering longs right here. I'm still waiting. Price 890 is my target, but I'm still waiting. Look at this. Liquidity sweep, V-shape rejection. Longs would be looking to enter here, but watch this for value gap at this location. Aligning with the order block. Stops would be of 30 points and TP would be of 79, 80 points. Okay. I'm gonna look to enter short here again. I'm looking to enter short here again. I got a late entry, but this fair value gap here would have been a great entry. 32 points of risk and 78 points of target. The momentum is too fast for bears. So look at this first bullish signal that might fail and the second one might work. So watch this. I don't like the momentum. I'm exiting this small trade as well. But this was a good trade as well. Second trade was good trade as well. Entry would have been at this first presented fair value gap. Unfortunately, I did not get correct entry, so I had to take exit fast. And trade away. Yeah, I have to check this thing. Okay. Again, the momentum right now has slowed down, but this is also good trade. Do not take the first signal. If especially when the momentum is too fast, do not take the first signal. Always take the second signal. Now I've seen that we got a liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection, we got the IFVG as well. So the first signal here might fail, and the second signal that we get might work. If we get a good signal, and if we get supporting CVD, we might be looking for taking the market long again. Okay, so yeah, this thing is just pissing me right now. This thing is just pissing me off right now. The account thing, it always happens like that. Like I just get dragged into this account thing. But hey, good trade, good trade. We would have hit this target as well. 60 points of target, I would have got it. Unfortunately, I just was a little late. So that's 2 trades for the day. It's okay. Now let me show you why I am targeting this as 890 as the target. Okay, watch this. Which liquidity did we take? We took Asia session high as the liquidity, right? So what is the opposite of that liquidity? That liquidity is Asia session low. So for this Asia session, this is the low. So this is the sell side liquidity that we are looking for. What is the low of this candle, which is 893.75? So this would be the draw on liquidity. Okay, so that is the reason why we took short, and that is the reason why we have that as our draw on liquidity. So if we have a drawn liquidity as 890, we would not take the first bullish signal that we get, especially when on a 15-minute time frame as well. You got a second signal, which is liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection. Now we got a tap into this order block. Okay. Yeah, my funded future just messed up one of the account, but that's okay. They will figure it out. Manage group, open group editor, and delete account. So manage group. Maybe okay. Okay. Perfect. Did you like the trade here? Now watch this. This is going to be the second signal. So, and it's going to be liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection with IFVG. Most probably looking to take price long here. Second signal, but unfortunately we do not have a good level of interest. So stop loss would be somewhere 50-60 points. So okay, I have entered long here with very small risk, half risk, just trying to very small risk. I just entered with two quantities. And I will be looking to target this high. This is the second signal, not the first one. This is the second signal. Just added two quantities only. So this trade does not have a level of interest. This just trade has signals. No level of interest for this trade. Hence, this trade is a risky trade. Hence, what we did was we minimize our risk as much as possible. Just two small quantities of M&Q. If this fails, it fails. The reason for entering this trade is the first signal failed. If second signal starts working out, it should be good. We got a signal, we got a supporting CVD as well, but we do not have level of interest for this trade. I guess it's going to be a bloodbath day today. If the second signal fails, it's going to be bloodbath. So it's going to go all the way down 640 and maybe even lower to its weekly low of 28,408. You might see a 500 point move down if this second signal fails. This will just say that bulls are totally out of control if the second signal fails. What I was expecting was price to take out previous day's high. Okay, there you go. This is out. Why did this trade fail? We did not have any level of interest. We just entered based on signal, and as I told you, the risk was just two small quantities, like which is less than half, just 40% of what we risked up here. Okay, so when we took short here, we had risk of 500 bucks. When we took short here, this was risk of almost 240 points, right? Just two quantities. Now watch the amount of points that we took out. I took exit of 100 points, which is almost 1,000 bucks, and the loss of 250. So what would that give me? That gives me a still remaining profit of not $750, right? So that's how your risk reward works. This is a bad trade because we do not have a level of interest. So it has not been it has just been an hour, and we have already reached our target. Like we already taken a good trade, and we almost made I made 750 bucks in one account. So that is more than a week salary of any person, any normal average job. Okay, anybody working on basic salary in Canada, I made more than what they make in a week. So this is what trading can give you, but you have to be disciplined. If you can take good trades like this, but bad trade like this will chip off your profits. Today we were in a good profit. We took small risk, but we have to make sure we don't take the small trades. So this is the draw on liquidity right now. This is the draw on liquidity. 28,893 is the draw on liquidity. Yep. taking consistent good trade is important for us to be a consistently profitable trader. It's like you can make money on trade, but you have to make sure that you take the good trades. Good trades are when we have level of interest. What's this? Oh, this is locked. What this? When we have level of interest. At this buy side liquidity, we had Asia session highest level of interest. We got the signal as liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection, and IFVG. Now, because this was the second signal, I entered at IFVG. If it was the first signal, then I would have waited for the price to tap into this fair value gap. But look at this momentum. Look at the momentum of the first 15-minute candle. It was so fast. It was so fast that the first signal could get thrashed, right? The first signal could get thrashed. So I did not enter in the first on the first signal, but second signal, which means bears are adamant to take price down. So this now aligns with level of interest. This now aligns with signal, and we had supporting CVD as 3 consecutive green candles and followed by 3 consecutive red candles. Now look at the volume. So supporting CVD, we took shorts. We took stop was at 50 points. Target was 164 points, 165 points of target. I personally took about 100 points onto that trade. So great trade today, great start for the week. It was just because of my account that I did not hold this trade. I would have just holded this trade, and I know that it still has to go all the way down. Now look at this. This is the first liquidity sweep V-shaped rejection. We got the same signal again. Now this is the third time they are trying. This is the third time that bulls are trying to buy up from here. But what is missing? It's still missing the level of interest. Okay, just give me a second. So this is it for me today, guys. I took one trade. I took two trades, and I showed you guys three trades. First was here. We took that short all the way till this low, 160 points. We hit the target. Second one, I told you guys to short here. Actually got an entry here, and I just took small profit of 20 points and took an exit because I was not pretty confident with this. So I took that. Then third trade which I took was with this small second signal that we got for the upside, and the second signal failed as well. So three trades. I don't want to keep trading today, over trading. So this should be good. We made what we need to make, and that's the perk of trading. Now I can do whatever I want to do for the rest of the day. So see you guys tomorrow. Trade safely, trade responsibly. Do not trade your assumptions. Trade what market presents you. Okay. Do not trade your assumptions, because look at this. The last trade that we took was based on assumption that the price would go up. It had CVD, it had a good signal, but it still failed. It did not have level of interest. Now if it was a level of interest, then you could have this trade could have worked, right? The chances of that trade, the probability of that trade working increases. So until and unless you have all those three things, avoid the trade, avoid trading sessions. And once you start doing these things consistently with level of interest, signal, and CVD, you will realize that being a consistent profitable trader becomes way much easier. If you just consistently take trades based on signals, then this signal failed, this signal failed, and the third one did not give you enough momentum as well. Right now, what we are getting is this trade out of this order block. There is a bearish order block right here. Okay, we might get another 4 trade here. Liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection. We have 15-minute bearish order block as supporting like first level of interest. We got this IF. We almost are getting this IFVG. If this candle closes in red, then CVD will be supporting this trade as well. I'm not much happy with the momentum, but let's see. Okay. We got the signal. Don't worry about this. Once we get this low taken, if we get once we get this low taken out, which will be market structure shift, and then we got this entry at this fair value gap, then we'll take this trade. Until then, I am not going to take this trade. The trade would look something like this. I don't want to see any red candle. I don't want to see any green candle in here. The green candle will be the reason why we will have to avoid this trade. Okay. If we get a green signal, we are not going to take this trade. We got this green signal, hence we are not entering into this trade. The signal is not as strong. We got the signal, we got the IFPG, we got the CVD as well. We have the level of interest as well, but the signal is not strong. Look at this small doji. Now, what can we notice here? What can we notice here? We got one of the IFPG. Now, if we get another signal taking out the liquidity above this high, and we get another signal, then I am definitely looking to take this price short. No trade as of right now. As I told you, the signal is, yes, it looks IFBG, but it is not that strong. The chances of the signal working are 50-50. It's like gambling. You want your probability to be more than that. Okay? You want your probability to be more than that. I am not certain with this signal, which means no trade for me. I need, like, if the signal was strong, it should have taken out this low before printing any green candles. Now watch this. This signal was strong, it took down the low with speed. This signal was strong, it took down the low with speed. Okay, so that is what I am looking for. If we get a green candle between that, then this is not the strong signal that I'm looking for. It might work out. I don't say that it will not work out. Yes, we got the signal, we got the IFEG, and we got CBD supporting for that as well, but it could fail as well. So I don't want to be risking or chipping away profits on signal like this. Okay, we've already made money. Now our job is to preserve that money. How do you preserve money? Just take good setups. Just take good setups. Good risk. Do not take a lot of risk. You don't need to take a lot of risk. You don't need to take a lot of risk to make a lot of money. With just $500 of risk, we would have made like 1,600 bucks, and even more. It's 230 points to the low side if you can hold on to that. If you take a good trade, okay, if somebody is holding this signal from here, their entire target would be about 250 points. So that's 1:5. Even risking just $200, you can make $1,000, and that's way much more money than what you can think of. That's one account is 1,000, 5 accounts is 5,000, and 20 accounts is 20,000. So do not think that this is a small perk. Stick to your strategy, level of interest. Now I know that this signal is not the greatest for me. I did not take this trade. Now this signal was good for me. I took this trade and I made money. When I took this reversal trade as well, I risked very less. I risked very less because I know the probability of this working is not as great as probability of this signal working. Okay, so learn. It's about believe in your setups. Believe in your setups. Like what this signal. This is such a great signal. If somebody is thinking that they missed the trade, now watch this. order block right here. Small order block, but what the small order block right here? As soon as price broke down this low, it tapped into this order block. So the risk was high. The risk was high. I can say that risk was high. But as the price moves, what will it tackle first? It will tackle the order block first, and then go on to that fair value gap and BPR. Okay. So today price just tapped into this order block and went lower. Not all the time that would be the case. Sometimes the price would go to this fair value gap and go lower. But if you're confident that we have to wait and you miss this trade, do not bang your head for that. Yes, that's your setup, part of your setup. If you get that entry at that fair value gap, then just take that trade. If you do not have confidence in this order block, then just wait for price to tap into that fair value gap and take the trade. You will get your setup. Just the thing is that you have to be patient enough for your setup to show up. Today the setup showed we made money. Tomorrow we might not get the same setup. We might get different type of setup. Now watch this. Now watch this here. I had a 15, watch this 15-minute fair value gap. Price tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap. I was looking for a good liquidity sweep, P-shaped rejection signal to take the price long till this high. Unfortunately, we did not get that. We got the SMT and IFBG. Okay, we got SMT here. Watch this SMT. We got SMT and we got a bull inverse fair value gap, or what this bearish 1-minute bearish fair value gap that got inversed, and that got this IFBG. Anybody entering this long trade here would have made money. 1:4, right? I did not enter into this trade because this is not the way I enter the trade. I'm not pretty confident with this SMT part yet, so I try to avoid that trade as much as possible. I like this kind of signal where we have liquidity sweep, V-shaped rejection, and clean IFVG. Okay. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the notification. Next time I stream, you should get notification of that. And if you guys want to learn about liquidity, I have made a video and uploaded that video. Please have a look at that. You will understand what liquidity is and why we are looking for liquidity. In that video I explained in that video I explained something about liquidity moves from one pool to another, and I'll show you the same thing what happened here. Price took down liquidity of this Asia session high. It should be targeting its Asia session low and maybe lower. Okay, now today we did not get FBG between this leg. We got an order block, and looks like that order block is working. Yeah. Bulls are getting thrashed right now. And as I told you, the draw on liquidity is 828, 893. I don't know how, like what occurs in between is not my concern. I know that Asia session high has been taken, which means another draw on liquidity or opposite draw on liquidity is Asia session low, which is at 28,893, and that will become the target. So, what? How do I take trade? We would have taken this. This signal is not the great signal that I like. I would have seen a good rejection and then I would have taken the trade. Okay, that's it for me today. See you guys tomorrow with fresh analysis, fresh market movement. I'll break down the price and hopefully we get a good trade setup tomorrow as well. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Trade responsibly. Trade the setup. Do not trade what you think. Trade what you see. Trade what price is trying to tell you. If you feel the market momentum is not that great, you can come back another session. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.